Okay, so what we're doing here is just a little mini lesson on graphing horizontal and vertical lines. And so when we graph a horizontal and vertical lines, they are going to have only one variable, okay? Any equation that has both an x and a y becomes a slanted line. And so it goes up, it goes down. It's just not vertical or horizontal. Remember, a vertical line looks like this, straight up and down, and then a horizontal line looks like this, where it goes straight and left. Okay, and so today you're going to learn about it, and then you're just going to get good practicing this. Okay, so let's look at this first equation right here, x equals 3. Well, because it only has one direction, I know that it has to go through the x-axis. Okay, because it has to go through 3, and it can't be slatted. Oops, not negative 3. So go through positive 3. So right there. So that's where x is positive 3, because see, there's x, that's the y. And so now I'm not allowed to slant. And you see how this has no y? It has no y value, so that means I cannot go horizontally that crosses through the y-axis. I have to go straight up and down. I can't slant. And again, if I went this way, do you see how that line crosses the y-axis? So that doesn't work. That's not the correct way. So this has to be a vertical line. And the reason that works is because anywhere I go, x is 3. If I go up, if I go down, doesn't matter where I go, x is always 3. So when I have an x equals, that's going to be a vertical line. All right, let's look at this next one. This next one is y equals. And again, it's y, so I'm going to cross through the y-axis at -2, and -2 is down here. And again, it's either a vertical or a horizontal line. But if I did a vertical line, look, it's crossing through the x-axis. It crosses through the x-axis right there, and you're not allowed to cross through the x-axis because there's no x. You cannot touch the x-axis. Okay, so I'm going to erase all of those. So no x. So that means it's a horizontal line. Okay, so this is a y equals. And so that's mainly what it is if you have one variable, it only has one direction. It's either straight up and down or straight left and right, no slants. And if you have an x equals, it can't go through the y-axis, so it has to go straight up and down. It goes the opposite way. Okay, and so then let's add this. So x equations are vertical, and they never cross the y-axis. And y equations are horizontal, and they never cross the x-axis. So they don't cross the other axis. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to give you a couple problems to do. And I would like you to try and graph them. Okay, so see what you get, and when you guys have it, go ahead and press play. Okay, so you don't need any fancy graph. This could be our graph. For this first one, it says x is -1. And so when I have x is -1, that means I go to the left 1. So I'm going to go to the left 1, I'm going to make a dot. And then which way am I going to draw my line? Well, it has to go through only the x-axis, so it's going to be right here. So that's an x equals -1. All right, for the next one, y is 4. Well, y is up and down. So since this is positive, I'm going to go up 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, I make a dot. And I can only go through the y-axis, so I'm going to go only through the y-axis. And then last one, x is -2. I'm sorry, not -2, but 2. That tells me I'm going to go to the right 2. So I'm going to go over to the right 2. And then it can only cross through that axis, so it's a vertical line. And that's it. So you just have to remember, if it's an x equals, it's vertical. If it's a y equals, it's horizontal. And then we're going to spend some time practicing and then making sure you understand this today.